Hello everyone and welcome to another UConn UPDC construction project update. My name is Lou Gant and today we're on the Northwest Science Quad infrastructure upgrade, otherwise known as the Gant Tunnel Extension Project. It is October 6, 2017. We're going to be taking you through the progress since our last visit. Today we're going to be providing you with information in three different ways. We're going to start off with some amazing aerial footage, compliments of our colleague Milton Levin. Then we're going to go to the top of the Gant building. We're going to look down. I'm going to provide some more information on top of there. And finally, we're going to go up and close to all the details to give you a more personal idea of what's going on. We're on the easternmost portion of the project, flying to the west, actually over the existing tunnel, which we're tying into. We're going to talk a lot. The supportive excavation, the SOE, has been completed. The pile's driven. Left-hand side over there, we're going to talk quite a bit about the extensive sewer bypass that's going on. Get a chance to see the different levels, different phases of operation as we fly over here. We passed over earlier, we were at bottom of excavation. Here we're closer to the top. We can see the excavator pulling off of the layer. And finally, most recently, we'll talk a little bit about the utility work that's going on in this alleyway, down Hillside Road, where all the utilities are located. And finally, as we get to the westernmost area, remember this is the Northwest Science Quad infrastructure upgrade, which will be the end of the tunnel. So in the future, that is where it will be picked up to go further. We've now turned around. We'll be traveling from west to east. And as we begin this utility corridor I mentioned on Hillside, we're passing over, and keep an eye on the entrance to Gant over here. In the future, the landscaping and retainage walls, sidewalks will be amazing. But as we travel this section right over here to the left-hand side, we're going to keep an eye on that. That's the new corridor for our electric and telecommunications. The middle of the screen is actually the first excavation for the first vault. But what a great opportunity to see the different phases as we pass over the excavator with the first cut through there. And finally, as we fly over this section, the mini down at the bottom, we are at the bottom of excavation where the slab will be placed. So the next time that we come down in here, the tunnel slab will be placed and the construction will be already going on. And as we finish the site all the way to the east, you get a chance to see how Milton Levin and myself are keeping an eye on the UAS device as it flies. 6 weeks since our last site video, we're going to take you through the progress here. We looked here last time. I explained to you our supportive excavation, all the piles were completed. We can see the reason why. The excavator's removing the dirt down in here. We're going to take you down to our bottom of excavation down in through there underneath our tunnel slab in a little bit. We're looking at a sewage ejector double set right in through here, primary and a secondary, that's doing a bypass on the sewer system right in through here. And that's actually going to be the new flow. Then the new flow is going to be from east to west, just as you see the temporary bypass. Now the old flow that came out of Jorgensen went from west to east. It went this way back in through here. Ultimately, the sewer lines came in through here. To build the tunnel, they have to be removed, and hence we're going to change the flow just as I explained back in through there. The first new sanitary structure is underneath the excavator. The new line will be north of the old line. Actually, the bypass is pretty much over the existing sewer line, pretty much exactly the way it was run. We're going to explain to you some problems we had on the northwest corner of UTIB when we get down a little bit closer through here. We're going to explain to you how last weekend we completed our steam bypass over in through here to be able to build the tunnel in through this section right in here. So the utility throughway down Hillside Road is right down in through here. That's where the major utilities run down through here. In this section right here, we have everything. We have a telecommunication vault, we have water, we have reclaimed water, we have sewer, we have electrical duct banks in this area. Pretty complicated to disconnect, move each system independently, keep them running, and that's what's going on in through here. And finally, ultimately, there'll be a new electric and telecom duct bank back in through this section right in through here. They began the excavation for it. That's what we see, the little ribbons around in here. That's going to be where the new electrical vault goes in, right in this area right in here. Not every day get an up-close version. This is our bypass system right in here. Pretty amazing, actually. So we have a primary and a secondary going in, built like a lift station in here, so the pumps don't have to run all the time. That's the discharge out. Just so I explain from the top here, that's the line. It's moving it back this way here. Great way to, only way to continue the assembly down in through here. And then again, the two pumps, actually with a little solar station right in through here for the controls on it. The only way to make this happen. I mention all the time, utility projects, underground projects, they always have inherent risks. We weren't expecting to find this one. We're on the corner, northwest corner of UTIB, United Technology Engineering Building. When we did our supportive excavation piles in through here, part of that process is monitoring the building. It's a prism that you see up there. It's shot for elevation. Make sure there's no settlement in through here. This corner set a little bit. We did some testing, found out originally when it was built was not on solid bearing capacities. It was supposed to be down to bedrock, short of bedrock, shift a little. We have to do remediation work. It's not falling down, there's nothing to that. There's some slight movement, but still, we've got to fix it now. We had to stop our production in this area here. We've got to excavate it, re-engineer, drive more piles around, and support it. The building's going to be fine, but this is what happens on these projects. You know, unforeseen conditions, things you don't plan for, but I wanted to mention it. What a great opportunity to see this supportive excavation process. The last video, we showed you the drill rigs and the caissons, how the inner pieces were full lengths and they were cast in place. It was up on the surface, you couldn't see any of this. Well, here's the reason why. So the supportive excavation, from the surface, these piles were driven down, cast solid in concrete. We'll go back to the previous video. The casings behind in here, they welded the studs, these gigantic washers to hold our lagging boards in here, right? The lagging boards are solid oak through here, a rough cut solid oak, and we can see the excavation will continue right in through here. I'm pretty sure 16 feet down, somewhere's in that neighborhood down there, 16 feet. Some other area is going to be 20 feet down into here. So I think it was 16 feet to the east and 20 feet in the deeper sections to the west down through here. But as I just explained about the corner on the UTIB building, we can't go any further at this point from right in this section till we do the remediation, the repairs up in that corner right in through here. So the next time I come down in here, we'll see some tunnel going on. They'll start by casting the slab in through here and then build the walls. We can just see the excavator taking the top layer of the material off back in through here. A quick tidbit on the safety. The casings made for a great spot to weld some 2x2 angle iron on for some cabling. Safety, fall protection is in place in through here. A look from, we were just down below in the bottom, now at the top. We can see the process through here. You know, the excavator cuts to a particular length. They put a whaler in, they go a little bit further. One of the sewer lines is crossing in here. That will be eliminated once we get the new main installed. And through here, I just explained it from above and through there. Hillside Road through here, Jorgensen. This is the utility throughway down in through here. This is last week when we ran a temporary steam bypass in this section through here. There's water lines through here. There's main telecommunications. That's a main telecommunication vault right here. The electrical duct banks. It's all going on in through here. We just cut and capped the pipes today. Finished them up in this location right in through here. The steam vault gets removed right over in through here. And eventually the tunnel comes right down in through this section here and ends down in through here. This isn't excavated. This is our haul road. You know, you've got to think, you've got to plan, you know, how am I going to get my men, machinery, my trucks? So the trucks will back up in through here. and this is how they haul back out in through here, and then eventually they'll get to the last area right in through here and they'll remove their haul road. Again, today is October 6, 2017, and we thank you for your interest in our university projects. Remember to subscribe to our UConn UPDC YouTube channel. Once subscribed, under subscriptions, to the right, under the bell, a check next to send me all notifications for this channel with a save. This way, anytime we add a project or update a project, you'll receive an automatic email. We thank you for your interest in our university projects. Have a great day.